Alright, I didn't think I had that much contamination in the house. Because literally I only have 2.5 cc's of refrigerant in the whole house. That's gas refrigerant. So that would be like a few thousandths of an ounce. And apparently holding the plus button, it doesn't say it in the manual, but when you hold the plus button, just keep holding it. It manually zeroes it out because the thing was going bananas until I did that. Now it's back to normal, so I can finish in the house here, because you're going to have places that have background refrigerant. You have to zero that out. It's going to be normal. So, okay, I was going to do, let's do 200 parts per billion. So let's go to 10 cc of 10 parts per million. Blend that down to 1 part per million. Okay, now we're 1 part per million, and I'm going to blend this down to 200 parts per billion. So adding in air. Okay, now we're 200 parts per billion. Let's see what we get. Yeah, it easily picks it up. Okay, let's do 100 parts per billion. I just had to zero it out for whatever reason. And being German, you have to figure it out yourself. Actually, they're supposed to make you read the manual, but it didn't really say. Okay, here's 100 parts per billion. Picking that up nice. Let's compare it to the SRL8. 100 parts per billion. I'll warm that up. Okay, SRL8, 100 parts per billion. Look at that. My sensor is a few months old, so I'm not even picking up 100 anymore. But look at this one. Quite a bit more sensitive, but it's got a brand new sensor. I know this one will barely pick up 100. Do my list here. Actually, you know what? This one's 200 parts per billion. So we'll check that out. Okay, 1 part per million. Easily picks it up. Now let's go to 200 parts per billion. So it's barely picking it up. You can see the smallest, faintest hit. But on this one, 200, pretty much goes bananas. So let's see what 50 parts per billion does. Turn this off. 200 parts per billion. This one's doing quite a bit better than that. Testo does make good stuff. I do like their stuff. Okay, here's 1 part per million. Now I'm going to blend down right to 100 parts per billion. Divide by 10. So I'm going to go down to 10 cc. Fill back up to 100. Here's 100 parts per billion. Easily gets that. Let's go to 50 parts per billion. Whoa, that's nice. Here's 20 parts per billion. I'm starting to lose accuracy when I'm getting into the billions because you're going to have absorption in your plastics. There's going to be greases on the O-ring, and it's not really practical to get that low. Like, it's picking up my breath again. Let's zero that out. I'm just going to hold it, keep holding the plus button. Seems to quiet it down. Okay, here's, what did I say that was, like 20 parts per billion. Nothing. So this is 50 parts per billion, brand new. So we're looking at double, 4 times the sensitivity. This one is 4 times the sensitivity of the SRL8. I'm impressed. We got to see how it holds up in the field. Next we'll test R22. Nice detector. It is vibration sensitive, but it's not really wave sensitive, which is nice. Has a little computer fan for the air pump. It's kind of clever. Definitely picks up my breath though. .50 parts per billion on Testo 316-4.